Hey guys, my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Chase.
I'm Stacey.
I'm David.
And today we're a 5-man podcast as well as a 5-man podcast here today on Mostly Speaking Sentai. Oh, yes, guys. Like me name James says, I'm James. Oh, my God, have I had a whirlwind of a week. But what I want to talk about right up front is for 5 minutes, I rushed and parred in a corner to the layman. I Blair Witched in a corner to scare Nicole. And I was like, she's got to come out of that room eventually. Where is she? Okay, it sounds like she's creeping forward. And then she doesn't. But I had to commit to the bit. And just for her to turn the corner and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It didn't have the effect. But speaking of which, it's my common law who's got me in awe. Nicole, the Bricks, darling homebody, Shab.
Why Shab?
I don't know. Haven't I done that bit before and you said the same exact thing?
Probably.
Wouldn't you want to change your name to Shab? I can look at you right here in a camera. Stop. No, you need to look at me, not the camera. Oh, my God. Nicole, that is a bit for no one else. You're doing
just me.
Visual bits.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to change your name to Shab?
Why? I don't understand.
To get the taste, that foul taste of the Jacus name out of your lips.
Yeah, sure.
I know people are like, why don't you guys just get married? Get the fuck out of our bedroom, okay, guys?
How about listen to our fucking Patreon podcast?
Yeah, maybe on Engaged with Nicolas Cage, we've revealed that not only we've gotten engaged, but during the pandemic, we went to Las Vegas. Yeah, hotels are cheap. You want to know what's even cheaper? The goddamn chapels, if they were open. That might tell you that.
Yeah, we did a special app of leaving Las Vegas.
Yep, and we left Las Vegas newly wedded. You see this ring on me?
Ooh, congrats.
Our guests
You'll
are
never
lost.
know if that's real or not unless you pay for the fucking Patreon.
Our guests revealed that they listened to part of an episode where we talked about them and another one said, I didn't have the time, which makes sense. It's weird thinking about all of the people we have on guests. We'll get to them shortly. And thinking of like, if you were to pick just based off from their stuff, who's the most on the surface responsible out of the three? It will shock you, Nicole.
Okay.
Yeah. The one who's on camera a maniac, I think is the most responsible. Actually, maybe he's not. I think he bought a house during a seller's market.
I don't understand this bit.
I don't either. Let's introduce the guests. I wrote this out.
The fuck?
Because I want to make sure their credits are given because their respect is due. Let's introduce our guests. First, we have one of the funniest people in voice acting. If you need someone to spin your written words into gold Rumpelstiltskin style, call her. Yeah, I fucked up my words, but she'll never fuck up hers. You know her from Sonic for Hire, How It's Played, The Jank, and so much more. It's Stacey Silva.
Hey, oh my God. Thanks so much for the nice words.
You earned them and deserve them.
Thank you so much.
Now let's introduce our second guest. We have a man who, if you walk up to him in public and make a hacky "what'd you forget today" style joke, he'll be quick to remember how to make your dick an innie, which is by punching you in said dick. He's the Antichrist, possibly. I think that's been said on a jank-ass podcast. He used to have a devil-style goatee. It was pretty cool. Sexy, some might even say. That's coming out of this whore's mouth. Who, baby? You know him, you love him. It's David Sapp.
That was quite the intro. Is that my reputation? I'm a dick puncher? Is that where we're at now?
I mean, you're constant. I think you say that a lot. I'm gonna punch you in the dick. It's mainly towards Chase.
I mean, I guess that phrase is, it's no stranger to these lips. So, yeah, okay, I guess I've kind of earned that reputation by my own actions. But no, I like it too. Nonetheless.
I thought you nailed it with Antichrist.
It was too on the nose. But the rest of it, good stuff.
Hell yeah. Especially if it's a child walking up to you. I feel like that's your reputation. Just no matter what they say, you're going to punch that kid in his deedle.
All right, we got to change my reputation a little bit. There's got to be an age cap. I got to start punching grown-ass men in the dick. That's where we're going now.
It's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
I mean, I'm cool with families being like, is that the guy that's going to punch our boy's dick? All right, get him out of here. Get the kid out of here. I'm cool with that. But it's got to be known. Nothing bad is going to happen to that child. I'll maybe like just be pissed internally, like, what's this kid doing here? But that's about the extent of it.
A lot of people, they want to put on their wedding invites, no children allowed, but that comes back to them as like, oh, you hate my kids, what's this, what's that? Instead, what they can start doing is saying, David Sapp will be invited.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, our children should not be going there.
Then you won't get kicked in the shins by a 5-year-old.
Oh, yeah, that happened at the last wedding we went to. So, yeah, children shouldn't go.
Next intro.
Next intro, finally. We have a stud whose star meter on IMDb outshines the other 4 of us combined. An indie darling in animation, an acquaintance, I should say, of Champ the dog. We have Chase Suddarth.
I'm glad you could throw in the dog thing there.
Champ forever.
One of my proudest achievements.
Champ is one of the most terrifying things I've seen, but one of the most adorable things.
It's something I secretly hope nobody finds out about, so this isn't helping.
Whoops.
It's streamed live, and then you've VOD'd it, and I think edited some of the streams to put on YouTube, sir.
I'm not really affiliated with Champ the dog. He does what he wants.
Okay, we'll do it right in the beginning. We waited till last time. I brought Champ up because we're trying to do this. You guys are part of our Dream Get guest quest. And I do want to ask you, can we get Champ's number?
Last time he was doing a call-in, so that would be a great opportunity.
Okay, all right.
True, yeah.
What we'll do is we'll do very quickly. We'll covert do him as a guest. He won't know. We'll just ask him about Super Sentai and fingers crossed. And we'll slide that into an episode where we don't have a guest.
Yeah.
Is there a dog episode?
There probably isn't.
He only does dog episodes.
Yeah, he only does dog episodes.
I am a firm supporter of more Champ. So if we can get more Champ out into the universe, I'm on board.
That's surprising, David.
Yeah, there's been like no David Champ interaction.
I know.
one.
There's been one interaction, but I always circle back to the Champ streams. I have a way of missing them whenever they're happening, but I just have to go like watch how terrible they are. I love them. They're so great.
That's what he's going for.
Yeah, so bad it's great.
It's weird how on all other streams, the chat, when they see a dog, are like, yes, it's a fucking dog. But on Champ streams, people are hate-filled.
They say things like, this is a nightmare. Oh my God.
They got a problem with how he looks. I don't know.
I love it when he does that little like smile, almost like a wink at you. Like he's going into wink pose, but both his eyes are still open.
That's always the scariest.
I think that's it. I think it's that look. It's probably just a little too smug for a lot of folks, and they're like, I don't trust that dog.
Just human teeth in a dog.
I have almost no control over it. It just does what it wants.
I was going to ask you, like, what positions do you need to go into? Like, if you want it to do a specific... Also, listeners, go to the Jank Verses on Twitch and find... If you find a Champ stream, you'll see in the thumbnail, oh, yeah, this is the terrifying thing they're talking about.
You'll know right away.
Yeah, there won't be any mistaking.
But do you know what poses you need to do to trigger this AI to say, like, oh, do this?
I know what they're supposed to be, but it doesn't really react to them most of the time. You'll see me on I'll be like, I'm shocked, and then like struggle to try to make a shocked face for a minute, and be like, just never mind, I'm smiling.
It'd be really cool if you did double cameras of like what Champ is doing and what you in real life are doing.
I mean, I'll help fund another camera if you want to make that a reality, Chase.
The whole thing was just I found out one day that I had Adobe Character Animator as part of the suite, and I was like, oh, this is what people use to do these character things, and I ran through the default stuff of just whatever, and then there's all these filters you can pick, and I picked that one, and it came out with this horrible dog version of me that's hideous and horrifying, and everyone hates it.
It's got a special place in my heart.
It's
when
freaky.
he smiles, whose heart couldn't melt.
Yeah.
Out of fear.
You've seen Champ, right, Nicole?
No.
Oh, I thought I showed you Champ.
Yeah, you showed me. You said, "Hey, look at this dog movie. I'm gonna watch it when I get high tomorrow."
Nicole, that's Chomp. That's
God damn it.
Canine Home because
I thought you
H-O.
were talking about that this whole
No,
time. And I was
that's-
like, yeah, a real dog that's secretly an AI robot would be terrifying.
No. That is the
And you even
Hanna-Barbera.
said that there was a dog.
Yes. Champ is. See, Champ and Chomp, Nicole gets them confused. It's that Michigan accent coming out. No, Champ is a like what like a VTuber thing
Okay.
that Chase does where it's a terrifying dog man thing.
Oh, fuck. I like vaguely remember
See,
that.
I
Yes.
told you.
Yeah.
Thinking about
Yeah,
Chomp.
who has a lot of the same opinions as Chase, but says bark while he says them.
I don't know if you guys have seen the Star Wars Christmas special, but it looks like it belongs in that. I can say that.
It does. He's got kind of an itchy.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess show it to George Lucas and he might want to kiss you.
I think you should let that happen, Chase.
Champ in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean,
He gets his own trilogy.
no, because he hated that special.
They only go to George Lucas to get silly names like Count Doo. I don't know.
You could be Count Champ.
Nailed it.
Count Champ.
Count Doo-Doo.
Count Doo. Well, he does. Like, there was that game where he fucked up because they wanted to do Darth Maul, and he was like, no, you can't do Darth Maul. It's got to be a new character called, like, Darth Meanie. And then they canceled the whole thing.
Rightfully, as they should.
Just out of spite. Screw you, Lucas.
What about like Count Good Boy and then it's Champ like takes off that hood?
I like that.
Yeah, that'd probably
Yeah.
cancel it too.
Yeah, it's just that turning point. It's like, oh, it's Darth Champ. Cue up the horns.
Oh.
He just has a collar
Are
that
you
shoots
Champ?
out little lightsaber lasers.
To digitally replace Princess Leia, they just throw a Champ filter on someone who has a bust.
I'd see it in theaters. I would give them my money.
Hell yeah. Guys, we're making billion-dollar ideas just like George Lucas at his ranch.
I know. We're just burning material here.
I'd love to see Champ on one of those like Star Wars hologram calls.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Do you guys want to get into a game?
Yeah, let's play some game.
All right. Nicole, you got that list up because
Let's go.
Nicole's going to be playing as well.
And I got all the cheats.
She does. She went to GameFAQs.com for this one.
Oh, dang, that's the official.
So people know that Chase, he's got a good memory, but David forgets. However, no one knows Stacey's level of memory. So today we're going to play Does Stacey Forget?
Oh, shit.
I have the answer to this one. Yes. Do I win?
What the game is, I will be reading off quotes of something either David said or something Chase has said in a video, podcast, stream, etc. So
Nice.
all Stacey has to do, which you guys can play as a collective team, or I guess not, because if one of you's like, well, I had to memorize that line over and over again, you would know. So Stacey, this is all on you. However, you're playing for something pretty neat today.
Really?
You are playing for DavidCoin. It's this rad new cryptocurrency that one can only purchase with David Bucks. So it's very lucrative, highly volatile, but worth the risk and
worthless.
more.
I'll say.
All right.
So,
Well, I'm ready.
hold on. There's more. There's more, guys.
Okay.
You can get DavidCoin today by going to David's local bar after being a patron of the pod, where you can obtain your David Bucks for a small fee of getting David hammered late on a work night using your own United States bucks. Then, using the Nintendo e-reader, you can convert your David Bucks into digital David Bucks by swiping said David Bucks into a hacked version of Mega Man Battle Network for Game Boy Advance, which you will need to provide on your own. He will not do that. Then, you can transfer your DDB, your digital David Bucks, onto OpenSea using a modified Game Link cable, which David has soldered a USB adapter to one end. Quality will vary depending on how inebriated you got, Mr. Sapp. Remember.
He does it on the spot.
Yes. Remember, he's not just going to stockpile a bunch of these modded Game Link cables, Nicole.
Okay.
It's first come, first serve. Just a little bit more. Remember, if he ain't hammered, your return on investment will be small, so make sure he's pissy drunk. Also, call him Mr. Sapp and only look directly into his eyes. He deserves your respect.
That's a lie.
If you've done everything correctly, you'll be the proud owner of a single David coin, which currently is worth $16,000 Canadian.
Not true.
Get them DDBs, everybody.
So for each answer you get correct, you will gain 1,000th of a David coin, which currently is about $16 Canadian. I do need to make this quick little disclaimer. These cannot be redeemed by Marshland Media for current market value. You will need to get the Game Link cable, all of that stuff.
These coins are a burden.
These coins are a menace to society.
Yeah. But DavidCoin runs pretty eco-friendly.
Okay.
Because you can get a lot of battery life on a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Even with the e-reader on. I have no idea. I've never seen or used an e-reader. Do you guys know what the e-reader is?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay,
I think I know what it is.
David Bucks are a horrible scam at the base level, and we're building on top of that? No, you can't do it. David Bucks are a great way to buy David a drink, but spending twice as much and giving him half.
Yeah, this seems like a prize for David.
Yeah. This is a David price.
To our listeners, David Bucks is something talked about on the Jank-Ass podcast, which you can subscribe to on Patreon for $3 a month.
And nobody understands quite what they are.
I understand it because I'm a crypto dude, guys. I'm not at all.
The world's not ready for David Bucks is all I'm saying.
But DavidCoin? All right, are you ready to earn some DavidCoin?
I am ready.
All right,
I actually think she's going to be good at this.
I'll do the first one and then we'll go back and forth, Nicole. First up is this what lava feels like on the flesh?
I think that is David.
Yeah.
You're correct. That's David from Tomorrow's Nobodies Invention Convention. I believe that's the first episode of the new batch that came out.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one I did.
I do have one question because it is never explained in that episode or any of the others. Why was there a troll in David's closet?
Oh, hell, I don't know. We just threw that shit in there. I don't even know if I can swear on here. I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
no, that was
absolutely.
just more or less like, I don't know, just a stupid troll, whatever. Just have that be in the closet.
Hell yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
Me too.
Nicole?
What's up? Oh, I'll handle the weed. And I'm off.
And I'm off.
Yeah.
That is Chase. Also
Yeah.
from a TN episode.
Yeah.
That's from
yeah.
Day Uncare. I quoted that all of my teenage life, and so did my brother. When my brother would get high on Freon, I believe he'd, from a trash bag, just inhale that Freon in a deep voice, say, and I'm off, and then fall backwards on his head.
Oh no, James.
That line had a lasting impact with a lot of people. I mean, just over the years, so many people quoted that. The times where we were exhibiting at Comic-Con, people were all about that "Am I off" line too. Like, it had some staying power. It was good, and I think it deserves it. It was great.
Yeah, that was when the world fell in love with Chase and out of love with David.
It was my fall from grace.
I think it being punctuated with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme also added to its lasting power.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's called cheating.
It didn't make sense. It was great. All right, next one is you now have the power of the cum touch.
Now the power of the cum touch. Wasn't that the cow?
Yeah.
But who played the cow?
Chris Dobek?
Yep.
Oh, wait, I thought that was Chase.
No, that's
No, that was
Chris
Chris
Dobek.
Dobek.
I thought you were trying to trick question us here.
You want to know
I thought
what?
you were-
You earn an extra thousandth of a coin for that, guys.
Trying to get me the trick question.
Yeah, I thought he was leading with that. He was gonna be like, wrong. It was none of them.
No, I will say, I think there are 2 trick questions on here. That was just a fuck up on my end.
I will say you did just lose 1,000 Chase points.
Damn it. What are Chase points?
Oh, very valuable.
A scam, that's what.
They're points of accreditation and respect.
Okay, I'm gonna kick this kid's dick in.
I'm gonna kick this kid's dick in. That sounds like David.
Yeah, it's probably not a Chase thing, right?
It's David in real life.
Nicole,
That's a joke.
read what's really on the screen.
I'll do it. How does this turn people on?
That's David getting peed on.
Yeah. That, I think's the funniest episode of David Forgets. Guys, check it out on YouTube.
That one's a favorite.
Were you living with us for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I couldn't fit in the bathroom. All you were huddled in the bathroom filming.
It was a very small bathroom.
Yeah, it was a small bathroom to begin with. Then I was on the ground. Chase was standing up, and I think Eric was swapping between being in the shower and like on the ground next to me for all the different takes. Or maybe it was just you and I,
Kick him
Chase.
out. Yeah, it was just me and you because we propped up the camera. We didn't know what it was going to look like.
Water everywhere. David screaming. Total chaos.
And it worked out great.
Yeah, it really did.
I did have a note later on about David Forgets. There had to have been so much cleanup for each episode.
There should have been.
Let me assure you, no. There was so much cleanup potential in that house, and we just went, it's a wrap. And that's
People would comment on how, like, there's still confetti stuck in the corner.
and I chalked it up to continuity. I mean, like, we want to make this a real thing. Like, we live here. Like, this is how we are. Not, that wasn't us
Shut
for
the fuck
real.
up. You just didn't want to clean it up like the rest of us. That was the last shot, sir. A cigarette now, please?
Yeah.
Why? I thought you'd never ask, and that would be the end of the cleanup process.
Yep.
Even in a normal situation, even in universe, they should be like, oh, we should clean up all of these broken lamps in Chase's room.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good, guys.
Say they're still there to this day.
That was a fun day for David.
Oh, of trash in your room?
You can see for the most part, we didn't have prop like when I dropped the cheese sandwich. Like, that's all we could spare. We had 2 pieces of bread and a slice of cheese, and it was like, don't drop it too bad. I'm going to eat that later.
There's a reason there were no condiments or no meat or anything on there. We couldn't spare. We couldn't.
One of them, we left the cheese wrapped so that we could still use it after.
Yeah.
That's just being practical, guys. That's good.
And you want to talk an anxiety attack? That shot with the dollar bill in the driveway, that was probably 30% of the money that we all had between us. So if the wind would have kicked up during that, we would have been screwed.
The first take, it just blew away.
I would have just walked off into the sunset. That would have been the last time anybody saw me.
You guys weren't getting those sweet Tom Fulp checks back then?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, if we were, I wasn't seeing any of it, but...
You want to know what? Let's unionize against Fulp and demand your guys' cut.
Oh, Fulp is good. Fulp is good.
Okay, all right. We won't get on the bad side of Fulp.
Plus, I've seen his car. He could buy us. He could buy us all.
He should buy us all. Then we're living the cushy life, right?
all I want from him is one go at that piñata that I was robbed from in 2007.
Yeah, still mad about it.
Dang.
Okay, we don't need to bring that up.
No need to bring up the pinata.
Like
It's a dark past. It's a dark past.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with that, man.
Nicole Tom Fulp is the creator and owner of Newgrounds.
Got it.
Nicole did not know that. You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Junior, you want to get drunk, dog? That dog is stupid.
That's David.
Yeah, that's from David Forgets the Horrible Thing He Did Last Night. And I loved when you're like, hey, let's play fetch with him. It just pulls out a gun and shoots the dog.
He doesn't get fetch.
We had people record their reactions to that one and send it in, and they were mostly just bummed out.
They didn't see it coming. They're just like, why do you want us to record reactions? Oh my God.
Yeah, it was before, like, reaction videos were as big as they are now. Like, a lot of them now, of course, are fake. You'll get some genuine ones out there. But the best part about a lot of those were, like, yeah, it was just genuine, just so bummed out. Like, not overreacting. You could just see their face drop, and you'd hear, like, an audible, like, "Aw." And it was, like... It was hilarious because clearly they were not David Forgets fans. This was their first romp with it. They had no idea what was happening up before that. There was some Leonard Skinner playing, and then out of nowhere, a gun, bang, dog, Chase going, no! And
I just think sad things are funny, I guess. I did the same thing with Sad Larry Christmas. It came out on Christmas Eve. And just a sea of comments like, this made me cry. This ruined my Christmas. And this wasn't funny at all. Where are the jokes? And I thought it was funny.
we have a, I guess, compared to a lot of people out there, we've got a higher tolerance, or I guess you could say a refined taste. I like that more, to dark humor. Some good dark humor will take me the distance, trust me.
Yeah, refined.
If I remember, you start peeing on the dog's grave, and isn't the tombstone just comically large?
It's a very large foam tombstone. It has a picture of the dog on it, too.
Where did we get that thing? It was just like a Halloween store thing.
Yeah, I forget how that was.
I feel like we just had it, though.
Yeah.
I think it came from like a yard sale or something. We were like, we can use this as a prop. And then we didn't forever. And then somehow that episode came up.
We can use it to pee on a dog's grave.
Yeah,
exactly.
Did you guys write in, like, hey, we got to use that now. Let's just kill a dog, I guess, and work back from there?
No. I think we led with Kill Dog and just happened to have the right prop.
Hell yeah. Nicole, you want to do the next one?
Oh, yeah. Your face is gross. You eat white toast.
Your face is gross. You eat white toast.
Yeah.
That's Guar lyrics.
Yes, it is a David, though.
When did you recite Guar lyrics, David? I don't remember this.
No, that's the lead singer, David Brocky.
Oh shit! Oh,
Zing.
I've been tricked.
Yeah, because Stacey loves
You
Guar.
identified it.
That's why I threw that in.
Technically, David.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right answer.
You don't know what to do.
You've gotten all of these right.
Cheating. He goes by Dave.
His God-given name.
It's the way the
Technically
Lord
David,
intended it.
Yeah, guys, don't go Dave.
Yeah, on the 8th day, he said, let him be known as David, not stupid Dave.
On the 8th day.
8th day.
David is a biblical name, guys.
Do you recognize Dave's Day?
No, never.
Yeah, David is the evil little man that took out sweet Goliath.
That overgrown son of a bitch had it coming and he knows it.
Hey, you leave him alone. He's just trying to
Well, you want to know what that kind of falls in? I'm going to jump up a couple, Nicole.
Oh, no.
And I'm paraphrasing this, but probably is a direct quote. Hinkle was an upstanding citizen, and those kids deserve their day in juvenile court.
David 1,000%.
You are correct. So we did a watch along of Frosty the Snowman, and we were waiting for that scene. And guys, David is in the right.
Yes.
What? You're
Get
Hinklers?
out of here. This Nobody told us there's going to be Hinkler bullshit.
We went back and watched it
No.
after the watch through, and you were like,
He's the antagonist of the movie.
No. He is an NPC that is just being punched about in Grand
He
Theft
discarded
Auto.
that hat, sir.
No, okay.
He discarded that hat. He threw that hat in the trash.
in the fucking trash,
It became public property at that moment.
Have you ever been super mad at a video game and you're just like, I'm throwing the controller down? And
Into the trash? No,
Into
I've
the
never done that.
trash?
He aimed for
Hinkle
that
did
trash.
that. I didn't do that, but Hinkle did with his fucking hat.
You throw it on the ground and it smashes and it breaks. Did you intend to break that controller? No. You just wanted to get out some of that rage, and that's what this magician,
I've heard enough.
this blue-collar
enough.
boy was
and
trying
you
to
threw
do.
it in the trash.
This is why unions should exist. A union would have come in and said, hey, children, he needs his hat back.
No.
The magicians do need to unionize.
Look, we were never on the side of Frosty,
No.
Okay, but
Hinkle discarded that hat, and he's a bastard.
He threw it in a fit of angst, and it was
Shut up.
misconstrued by
Jesus
those
Christ.
thieving children.
I'm at my limit of Hinkle.
also the rabbit takes it. The rabbit brings it outside. So
The rabbit can go fuck himself. So can Hinkle.
I can't believe I'm getting like war flashbacks to the actual episode.
the only thing I am against David on is him calling the
Everything.
oatmeal kid dumb. That oatmeal kid is the saving grace of the entire movie.
He was
Saving
unfair to Oatmeal Kid, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, well, you just reached David's wrong side.
All right, maybe I'll admit Oatmeal Kid, but Hinkle was a saint.
No, you're fucking so stupid.
He tried to murder that child, dude.
No, he was trying to get what was his by any means necessary.
Passion. He had passion.
Yeah.
He was a passionate man.
Nicole doesn't understand passion. She just understands numbers and figures.
You know, sometimes passion means you can be taken advantage of and be thrown into terrible situations. I mean, Hinkle, that passionate man, was thrown into a horrible situation where his livelihood was being taken from him. I mean, take Passion of the Christ, for example. We know what happened there. Passion is a slippery slope to terrible things happening to people who don't deserve it.
Yeah, like the Romans being wrongfully accused these many years of killing Jesus Christ. They were doing what was right. This man was going around spilling heresy. He deserved to be on that cross,
I
guys.
see what you do. You invite us on, and then you do the gotcha, huh? Yes. What we're doing? We're doing the gotcha.
You've been got, Suddarth. I was in on this too.
You motherfucker.
Oh, damn it.
Should have known a Hinkler.
I stand by that Jesus Christ was really an alien.
Okay, all right. Some people believe aliens are angels, the vice versa.
Yeah.
But Nicole, you want to go on to the next one?
God. I'm going to make you read the long one.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I'm Champ. I'm a good boy.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
That's
Yeah.
Champ. It's not.
Yeah, that was Champ. That wasn't Chase or David.
And we've talked at length about Champ. Let's go on to the next one. We've just got a few more. You are raking in these David coins.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Killing it.
This
You can
next
keep them.
one is a monologue, but I shortened it down. You beat my head in with a fucking hammer, then you shrug and it's all better. Ah. Well, you were grabbing some bitch's tits and coming all over the floor. I was in a hospital bed fed through a tube. I almost died.
I was chasing the finale.
Yeah, of David Forgets.
To be fair, I think David wrote that line.
I'm pretty sure I did. That doesn't sound like.
Yeah, using grab some bitch's tit. That doesn't sound like me.
But it was angsty chase too. You were at your breaking point, so it had to be. It couldn't have been written by you because this was completely out of character for you.
Yeah.
It's also, you delivered that monologue very well. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I hate watching it back.
He did a really good job. He hates watching it. Yeah.
You were like Brett Gelman up there.
No.
Damn. What? He's great at freakouts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's high praise coming from me. I love Brett Gelman.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Nicole, what's the next one?
Next one. You ever have a toddler in your heart?
You ever have a toddler in your heart?
Yeah.
This one's got me stumped.
If a toddler's in your heart, you might say fuck it, you know?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, but I'd guess David?
It was Father David, yes,
Yeah,
in the
Father
Church
David.
of Jank.
Father David.
Oh, shit.
Blamallooya,
I
everybody.
don't know what the context is. But
He kept saying, like, hey, if you have passion in your heart, fuck it. He was trying to coax you guys into saying that to a toddler.
And I think somebody stammered out the words a little bit, but then realized it. I don't think it actually panned out.
It did not, no.
Father David is nefarious.
He's a man of the cloth.
I'm going to say the next one, Nicole, so you can get the last one.
No, we got to do the last one together.
Okay, we'll do the last one together. This is second to last. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm an escape artist.
I remember David saying that.
That's really one of the dumbest things because I don't understand it, sir. What does that mean?
You're escaping from reality. You know, it's not alcoholism. You're an escape artist. You're fleeing the situation.
All right.
Do you remember this, or are you just making this up again just now?
No, I will have you know, as a escape artist professional, I would never forget the inner workings of it.
It could be either way.
It could, yeah, it's 50-50.
Very convincing.
I like the meaning behind it, Nicole. I'm an escape artist because I just like get my head real red and then I pass out.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not that I, have a need to just inhale copious amounts of alcohol. It's just sometimes I need to escape,
Yeah.
You're not supposed to inhale it.
You can vaporize alcohol these days.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
I do not, no.
Ready for the last one, Nicole?
Yeah.
All right. We're saying it in sequence.
I guess.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hip, hop, hop, kadoosh. It might not have come through right when we were doing it together, unless you know who said this.
I don't know why you would know. Like, James, that's such a...
You got me.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
stumped on this one, too.
hip, hop, hop, then a gunshot.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, it
I mean,
was.
Slippy.
In the funniest thing we have ever seen from Sonic for Hire. It's also season 8, guys, so please watch all other 7 seasons so you can really fully get the context of this amazing joke.
Yeah, that was all Mike. Mike told me everything to do on that one.
Well, you delivered it flawlessly.
Thank you so much.
Slippy's my favorite. We laughed so fucking hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Slippy is one of our favorites.
Yeah, Slippy.
Oh, yeah.
I miss doing Slippy.
I think we asked Mike if Slippy would come back, and he was like, I guess there's always a possibility.
Anything's possible with Sonic for Hire.
Yeah.
If Mario can come back, why can't anyone else?
Yeah.
Stacey's the secret weapon ever since you said Indian food gives me the shits.
That was the first line I read for them. And that was kind of where the potato voice was born.
That was the very first line, for real?
Yeah. Indian food gives me the shits.
Yeah.
And they weren't expecting the voice to come out, and it made them laugh a lot. So I kept doing it.
All right, guys, let's get into the reason for the season. It's Super Sentai. Man, Nicole, I can't talk recently.
Super Sentai.
Super Sentai. So, guys, you've never been on the show. So what's each of yours experience with either Power Rangers or Super Sentai?
No experience with Super Sentai up until today. As a child, when was it on like Fox Saturday Morning, I think? Mm-hmm. Either way, when the Power Rangers first started airing in like 92, 93-ish, I was definitely on board with that. I was watching those probably for like a couple of years, but then that was it. Just kind of fell off after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't a Power Rangers kid. There were certain elements of it that I liked, you know, the campy costumes and stuff. And then I heard about Super Sentai later, and it turns out that the elements I liked of Power Rangers was entirely Super Sentai.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched a whole episode until now, though.
I was really more of a big bad Beetleborgs. I never watched it. I've seen Power Rangers, but I didn't really watch it as a kid or anything.
All right, well, what'd you guys think of 5-Man?
It was fun.
Wow, where do I start? It was fantastic. And
Yes.
it just shits all over the Power Rangers.
Yes!
Yeah, truly.
Everything I remember about the Power Rangers, like, because even as a kid, objectively, I could look at it and go, this seems just kind of, I don't know, like cheap. I don't know. Like, everything about this was wacky in all the right ways. The production seemed a lot better than how I remember Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was just a nonstop fever dream. It was great. I very much enjoyed my time with it, and I was not expecting that at all.
Agreed.
You didn't have the stupid high school sequences with Bowl and Skis or whatever their names are.
Bowl and Skis.
What's his name? Skis?
One time I said to Nicole, I was like, oh yeah, the episode centers around Bulk and Skull. And she's like, who the fuck is Bulk and Skull? I was like, oh, those two. And she's like, their mothers named them Bulk and Skull? That's stupid.
I'd be pretty upset if Mom named me Bulk.
I'm raising them to be thugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. If my mom named me Skull, I'd wear that. Like, yeah, Skull's coming up.
Yeah, you'd still have a mullet.
Guaranteed I would.
David, I've heard you talk about living in Michigan before. Where in Michigan did you live?
For a short period of time, I was living in Farmington Hills.
Okay. That's on West Side, I think?
No, it's further like southeast. It's not too far above Ohio.
Okay.
It's basically right outside Detroit. Like we were probably like 15, 20 minutes outside of Detroit.
I meant to say East Side. I just can't. It's very late right now. Because
fair enough.
we're originally from like this area of Michigan, if you can see on my hand.
Oh, yes, I see the mitten, yes.
Yes. Or should it be like that? Yeah, it should be like that. In this area. Muskegon, Michigan. It's a trash town to live in. You're good. You got out of there.
Now, whatever town he's in is a trash town.
Yeah, I got shackled up and moved to the desert.
I don't know
Arizona.
which one's worse. I really couldn't. I think they're equal.
Yeah, I'm so acclimated to this place now that it'd be hard to go back to Michigan. Mm-hmm. But man, when I first came out here, I was like, what is this wretched place? Everything is just beige and hot and dying. Why do people live here?
Yeah, that is baffling why people live in the desert.
Yeah, then it got incredibly cheap, so then everybody started moving out here. Now it's incredibly expensive, and people are still moving out here. I don't get it. The world's gone mad.
Especially because you guys don't recognize daylight saving time.
I'd say that's a win. I mean, it's less impact on my day-to-day unless I'm dealing with people outside of the state, and then, I gotta deal with that, but I don't have to worry about rolling back clocks or nothing, and it's just, it doesn't get dark at 4:30 in the afternoon. That's sweet.
Is weed legal there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
As of a year ago?
All right, because
About a year now.
If weed wasn't legal and they're like, we're making the stance on daylight saving time, we're not going to follow the rest of the country there, but weed, still can't have it here. I was going to be like, you guys are nuts.
It was a fight. It was a fight. It was up on the bill for many, many election cycles, and it finally passed.
Got to get zooted, baby. So let's start talking about 5-Man, note by note. Did you guys take notes?
I took what notes I could. I was in kind of a crunch to get it done before coming on, but I jotted down some things. Most of it was just me commenting on, wow, this is great.
Hell yeah.
I know. I was mostly just enjoying the episode.
Yes.
Yeah, like I didn't want to stop. I was just like, let's just let it roll, baby.
Well, I watched it 4 times, so I got notes to guide us along, and you guys just comment on it whenever you have comments on it.
Sounds good to me.
It comes in hot off the top like a toothpaste commercial. It was awesome.
Yeah.
What?
A toothpaste commercial's just get in, get out.
All right.
Well, it lined them up and it made them look fresh and clean with little white stars and ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
okay,
It's like,
okay.
Yeah. All
The
right.
intro, okay, all right. I get it now. Nicole's losing it. I think she's now a Chase stan.
Oh, they all are eventually.
All right, so today we're discussing episode 16 out of 48 of 5-Man entitled Hungry Heroes. So this episode, a quick rundown, like a 2-sentence review. A cockroach who eats a lot comes to the Earth for the Zone Empire. He eats everything, but there's a camera boy ready on the scene, and they make some big vegetables to take out the bug. 5-Man. That explains it, right?
Sure.
Pretty much sums it up, yeah.
Yeah.
So we begin at this school field trip to a park by the river, and everyone's eating. They're like, num num nums, num num nums. And I originally thought the girl in glasses was just a child. And I was like, she is eating, even though it's the teacher I now know, she is eating a potful portion of rice in one sitting. She like unfolds all of those like rice cakes, and she has like 6 of them huge lined in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a few softballs.
I couldn't eat that much rice. Who was that for? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it's for later. Maybe she's like, oh, maybe a kid doesn't bring a lunch.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
or if she gets hungry on the other side of the park when they take a casual stroll, you know, she's got reserves.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Pokemon. Those were donuts.
No, they're not, sir. You know that. Quit fooling us. So we're introduced to this kid who loves to film anything, and he like tricks this full-grown woman. He takes a photo of her. His name is Kazuki. Yes. Takes a picture of her like wide open about to chomp down on this gigantic rice cake. And he's like, I got a scoop. Then goes over to these girls, and I wrote down, this kid is the type of perv I'm glad I was not in school, because he walks up to these girls eating, and he's like, don't be so picky. How about you feed all your food to this worm? And then shows this worm. One of the girls falls back, and then he snaps a panty shot, and he's like, I got a big scoop. And it's like, oh, I guess you should go join TMZ, because they're okay with scoops being actual sex crimes.
Yeah, I just called that guy Camera Perv. I never wrote down his actual name. He was just Camera Perv right from the get-go.
He was being a menace.
I wrote down upsetting.
Yeah, that scene, he just like looked back at me with disapproval.
As Stacey was like, yeah.
No.
You snapping panty shots. Let's get out of elementary school.
Yeah, snap those panties, said Stacey.
And David was like, I'm going to kick that kid in the dick.
I'm gonna kick that kid square in the dick with that camera.
Yeah.
But no, like, St. Stacey's in there, he's like, yeah, get those shots, get them panties, Camera Perv.
She's so embarrassed.
I wonder if, like, he should also be taking a photo of them embarrassed, as, like, he seems like someone who gets off on humiliation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a perv.
He tries to chalk it up. He's like, oh, it's the scoop. I gotta get the scoop. And then he hightails it out of there. He knows he's doing something wrong.
He's got some short shorts.
Oh, yeah, those shorts, wow.
They were mighty short.
All the children in this show have very short shorts.
Yeah, like 3-inch inseams tops.
That was just a style back then.
That's true. That's true. I can remember photos that my mom had. Sure, she still has them. But, like, photos of us in, like, late 80s, early 90s, seeing those shorts, like, Jesus, what were you putting us in, Mom?
My mom would always show, I don't think Nicole has ever seen the photo, but exes of mine would always be shown she'd say, "Oh, you have to come into my room and see this photo." And she'd have a photo from a J.C. Penney's photo shoot of all three of the children. It was my sister, the oldest. She's just like sitting down, probably in the woman's equivalent of a sailor suit. And then my brother sitting down in like the boy's equivalent of a sailor suit. And then me as a baby just sprawled out naked. And she'd show that to everyone. And I'd be like, "Can you please stop? Also, Mom, why is this hanging on the wall? Stop it. It's right above your closet. This is weird."
Yeah, that's another thing I never understood either. Like, whatever chemical makeup people have that make them, want to have kids and think kids are cute, I don't have any of that. So it's always weird to me when people have like glamour shots of naked babies. Like, why do you have that? Who is it for? What is it for? I don't get this and I don't get you.
I get the sailor thing, but not a naked baby.
Oh yeah, the
Sailors
sailor
can be
thing
cute.
is on point.
Yeah. Fully clothed sailors, that's one thing. A purely naked sailor, no thank you.
Your mom is very much a like sitcom version of a person, so that makes absolute sense.
And I don't like it. Get it out of here. Because I never got the like medium or like the in between. My mom, I've said it on the podcast before, she's admitted to it, was a psychopath during most of my childhood and teenage years, and then went to therapy and got on medication and then became a sitcom mom. And there was no in between that I could enjoy. So it was just this huge shift. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. So now if she's like, "Give me a hug," I just go dead. And then she hugs me and smooches my cheeks. And I'm like, "All right, go back home, Mom."
So I like frame it up for me a little bit more. When you say sitcom mom, is she like always wearing an oven mitt and constantly like making baked goods? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, but also, have you seen the Goldbergs?
No, have not.
Okay. Just like, "I love my baby boy so much, and if anything were to happen to you, I'd be so sad." She once said, or should I say that? She once said, after, I get where she was coming from, but at the time, it's like, "Mom, 3 of my best friends just died in a car crash." She says, "James, she also admitted, "I know this is wrong to say, but I'm so glad you weren't in that car." Like things of that ilk of like, "I love my baby and I'll do anything for him." And it's like, "Mom, quit sending me gifts of Minions." She doesn't do that. She doesn't do that. But whatever her version of Minions she sends.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's painting a better picture for me now. Thank you.
She also owns a lot of guns. No, she doesn't. The classic
Gun mom.
sitcom.
Yeah, classic.
She's also a smart house.
She is a house.
Yeah, like that DCOM original movie,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
technically just a long sitcom. She was a house. Man, that's a dream. Having a mom be a house? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make Nicole laugh, guys. Okay, let's get...
I'm just thinking about it. That seems dreadful.
Oh, yeah, because she could, like, see
You have
you.
no privacy.
Yeah.
You've been in the shower for 10 minutes, Pookie. Shut up, Mom!
Try to take a shit.
In the shower, sir?
In the shower! I'm trying to shit in the shower and stamp it down the drain. Like an adult, I pay for this place. I can take shits where I want. Stamp, 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 stamp.
Yeah, see, you thought it sounded weird, but David made it sound normal.
Yeah.
Well, I just have constant diarrhea, so I guess I could shit in the shower.
Well, some days are easier than others, we'll say, but
Yeah. Some
some days are stamping days.
You know what they say? Everybody diarrhea's in the shower, so don't worry about it.
Everyone's always saying, "David, how do you keep your toilet so clean?"
Don't
Doesn't use it.
Allow me to show you my stamping heel.
Ew, what?
But what happened to your shower?
When you go to the beach, or if you were in college and you went to a dorm and you had like shower shoes, you just have one of those, but it's the stiletto version. Just like nice little mesh around your feet.
Or just combat boots. You wear
Okay.
in the shower.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. I'd break my ass on some stilettos. There's no way.
There should be a specialized product for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just have like when you were making you're juicing something or making smoothies, they have that plastic thing that you just jam down there.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, just a plastic bowl you sit on that funnels down to the sink, and then you just tamp it down. That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's almost like a toilet.
You should. Or
Except
just
in the shower, it's always flushing. It's efficient.
Imagine like a porcelain bowl.
yes, a tub.
But you can't get that full body flush like
Yeah.
in a shower.
Yeah, sometimes I want to feel like I'm being flushed away too. It's an escape.
You could also just reverse butt chug it. Of just like stick a funnel in your butt, like a long tube, and just let it go directly into the drain.
Way more practical than using the toilet.
Yeah.
Toilets are overrated. Why do we still use those archaic pieces of shit?
Yeah.
We're gonna make a change here.
Because the shower is also a bidet, so you're keeping
I
down.
mean, if you're flexible enough, yes.
The toiletless bathroom will come to fruition.
Yes. The bathroom of tomorrow.
is today.
Is your mom?
Yeah. You want to know what? Actually, let's just go back. Have your mom clean your ass.
Let's just, yeah.
Yeah, abort.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty. Also,
Only if she's a house.
my mom listens to this, so when I say I'm pretty sure if I needed it, my mom would wipe my butt still, I'm sorry, Mom. That's the energy you give off.
I feel like my mom would if I was in a position to where I physically could not anymore and say Cicely wasn't around. I think she would do it, but I also would never hear the end of it while it's happening. She's the kind of person that would like bust my chops while it was happening. She'd make sure I wasn't enjoying it also.
Nicole, would
Would you do it for me, David?
I believe you were saying something, James?
David, did you
James,
hear
carry
what
on,
I
please.
said there, David?
I feel like we've derailed here, James. As you were,
Would
please
you
continue.
would you do it for me?
Sorry, Chase, I don't mean to cut you off, but James was
Sorry,
saying
is this
something. What were you saying,
thing
James?
David, would you do it for me?
No, I would not, Suddarth.
All right, next question.
Okay, well, Chase didn't derail anything because I was about to ask, Nicole, would you wipe my butt?
Yes, and I was thankful for the derailment.
Oh, but you would. You said you would wipe my butt if I needed?
I did?
Oh, wait, didn't you say yes?
When?
That was just to the, like, I'm glad it got derailed. But would you wipe
Yeah.
my butt?
No.
Okay, you don't even need to ask me. Obviously, I would.
Okay.
Damn it, David, change me.
We're 3,000 miles away. You have to find a more practical means of cleaning your ass.
Change me. I'm rashing up.
Okay, actually, you know how there's machines that like you, or at least TV shows say there are, where you can
In the
kiss.
Jetsons.
No, not in the Jetsons. What I'm about to say is too pervy for Hanna-Barbera. Where you can like kiss someone and like it moves lips and tongues on a machine and it's like you're kissing from many miles away. Do that, but as like a butt wiping machine.
There you go.
I couldn't trust David and my asshole in that kind of scenario.
Okay.
First, I would like to say that the one thing that weirds me out the least about this scenario is the distance butt wiping. The distance kissing thing is weird to me. I don't like that. That's weird. However, Chase, that's right of you to not trust me, but that just seems a lot more practical. That just
Right,
seems
the
like
distance kissing was weird, but we can get it right, David. It just needs some fine tuning, is all.
I've told you before. You're too aggressive.
Right, well, that's not the machine's fault.
Slow it down. We're not fencing with our tongue, Suddarth.
I can learn. You'll like it.
Let's get on to another note.
Yes. Squadron 5 man. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We're introduced to this cockroach and he's what is this note even saying? Oh, okay. So he's loving all this food. This cockroach is just eating and I was like, sorry, Nicole, he isn't eating any cum.
What?
That's a reference from a very old episode of this show where we were talking about cockroaches and you're like, because they're for the cock and they eat cum.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cockroach just runs by food and it disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know who's keeping that close tabs on their semen, but, I mean, how would you know it was gone?
Yeah, he could be sucking it right out of their balls.
Yeah. It could just be like a momentary, just like, what's happening?
So glad you brought it to that place, David.
I thought we see a woman feeding her child with a bottle, and I thought after he runs past, not only is the bottle gone, she also like jumps up and she's like, "This cockroach has sucked my teat barren," and they're just like dried up. Okay. We also know that she can't produce her own milk because later she's like, "I need milk for my baby." I think the cockroach sucked the milk out.
Could have been.
Maybe.
This lady is just, unable to produce regular, so she's got to pump it home, and that was the last bottle she had for Junior. The cockroach just ran up. I mean, they kept calling him a cockroach. I thought he just looked like a goofy crustacean.
Same.
But isn't that what a cockroach is, kind of,
Kind of
too?
lobster-like.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Land lobsters. Okay. Either way, though. Yeah, like, she might have been a pumper and, just didn't have the machinery to take care of Junior.
Yeah.
See, David, I thought it would have been a highlight for you when the cockroach slapped the bottle out of the baby's mouth.
I may have noted that here, that was quite the scene.
Okay.
Quite the scene.
Quite the scene.
Can't
Because
believe it.
I feel like if that was shot now, especially here in the States, there'd be like a whirlwind moment and the bottle would just be empty. Like it wouldn't be removed, like slapped out of baby's hand. There's no way that would happen. Somebody would get too puffy about that.
Well, good thing this ain't filmed in the United Shits of America.
I like how they keep framing it up too that the cockroach, he's there to eat all the food on Earth, and he's just spending an afternoon in this town, like a couple of blocks, just terrorizing that. Like he's got a lot of work ahead of him.
Yeah, because one of the dudes was like, "I ordered him off from the Space Express," and I'm like, "Is that the Yellow Pages? Is it like the slapper cards in Las Vegas, or is this like some dark web stuff?"
I don't
Or
know.
is it Sky Mall?
Could be Sky Mall.
Yeah, it's just like mail ordered space.
Mail-ordered space monster.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was terrorizing the villains too. He was eating all their food as well.
They're
I
like,
couldn't tell if he was on their side.
You can't trust a glutton when he just wants to eat everything. He's like that dude in Seven.
He was fast as hell, even though he was eating the Earth's food like one ice cream scoop at a time.
He also left some of the
Left
ice cream.
the cone too.
Yeah. He doesn't want those carbs.
Yeah, the cone's not food.
Yeah, everybody's freaking out. They're like, "There's nothing to eat." It's like, you got that cone in your hand.
There's so much grass around. Just eat the grass.
Something.
They left all the pizza crusts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a crime.
Eat that.
Fucking crustaceans on the Atkins diet. No.
Well, there's still pizza crust. What, the bones?
So that kid gets a picture of this cockroach, but it's
Yeah.
blurry, and the kids are like, "That's just a shadow. That's not a shadow."
It was like a big red smear.
Yeah.
Yeah, shadows don't just fly up in the middle of like what you're looking at. They need a surface to be on. Stupid ass kids. And then they're poor shaming him for his camera. These idiots. They don't know shit.
I didn't really get why taking a picture of him was the key to stopping him anyway.
Well, you have to
Yeah.
know what a monster looks like before you can.
Shoot him from the center of a bell pepper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which we'll get into that later. Actually, I feel like we should just get into that now.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. Hands down, I love that scene.
So they're like, "How do we make him slow down? What are we going to do?" And we see Gaku, the Red Ranger, inject something in, like a syringe, into a vegetable. Nicola, I said, what do you think he is doing right now? What was your prediction of like, how are they going to stop him?
Okay. I wrote a grow formula to make it big.
Okay.
And then I crossed it out because I was like, that doesn't make sense. How would that stop this villain? And then I put to make it like into a rock to trick them,
That also
which kind of did happen. Like when he tried to bite it, said that it hurt because they shot him.
Nicole, you understand this show. I thought sedate it, like make him go to sleep. I thought they were putting in a sleep powder.
No.
I must have missed something during that scene because I was just kind of lost. I was like, okay, red dude's doing some science, and oh, now we have giant vegetables. Like, there was a disconnect there for me.
Yeah, and
There's also that white motocross robot that just seems to be around.
oh yeah, that's Arthur G6.
Oh, that's okay. That's another thing that I wanted to touch on. Like, another reason why this is so much better than Power Rangers. That Arthur dude, badass. What was that dude on Power Rangers?
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5. That like little jittery. He looked like the Lost in Space robot, like a dumbed down version of that. They just came in, they're like, yeah, whatever, the kids. They gave him that stupid voice, and he said, aye all the time. This robot was badass. I would have hung out with this robot.
This is badass, huh?
He was badass. He transforms into guns? Jesus.
He did. That was
pretty sweet, yeah.
That was cool. I wasn't expecting him to do that.
And he was still a
Earlier, he
robot-sized
calls them on
gun.
the landline.
You're delighted by the robot gun.
He transformed, and I was like, okay, he shrunk down to a gun. Somebody's going to hold him, blast. No, he's just a giant robot-sized gun that 5 people had to carry. But we're getting ahead. But he's badass.
One thing I will say about Alpha 5, in some scenes and seasons, got a juicy ass on him. So fucking nice.
I mean,
I mean, that's a
I'm gonna
feature, yeah.
have to go back and watch these clips.
Yeah, you should. It's like season 2, I think, when Alpha starts getting badonkadonk.
They're like, we're losing the kids. Cram something into his ass.
More ass.
If we get the parents, they will force the children to watch.
It's true.
And the quickest way to do that is get that juicy ass on screen.
We surveyed 100 men. 80% of them can't explain why they love Power Rangers.
Ooh, Family Feud jokes right now.
It's not uncommon to survey 100 people to figure out a percentage.
Well, they do it mostly on Family Feud.
I mean, they might have the market for surveying 100 people, but it's not exclusive to them.
Survey says?
That thick ass.
That badonkey. I did have one line that Dongaro says. He says, starvation is a terrible way to die. Guys,
I wrote that down too.
I ask you this. What's the best way to die?
I don't know. Serotonin overload? I don't know. Is that a thing?
Could be. Nicole?
At birth, baby.
Okay. Dying at birth.
I mean, that's pretty good too. I was close. Didn't quite make it, but I was close.
Same, me too.
I was an umbilical cord baby.
Oh my God, me
Oh,
too.
Twinsies.
Shit. So I came out gone, and then they resuscitated.
Hell yes.
Oh, wow.
This is insane.
We're cord brothers.
Yes.
Cord bros.
Wait. Speaking of being in a partnership together, DavidCoin just blew the fuck up, guys. It's now up to 25,000 Australia.
Oh, shit the bed.
Yeah, get out
Stacey,
now.
you're flush.
You gotta
Glad
sell.
I knew all that trivia.
You were flush with burden.
All right.
So one thing that I really loved about the show too, especially all the fight scenes, like to me, all the music and all the sound effects legitimately sound like they were ripped from like the Street Fighter 2 arcade machine. Like everything sounded like it. Like it was a B version of a song. The hits were the same. There was something just magical about it. It definitely teleported me back to the early 90s, and I was like, man, I'm feeling this shit.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they shoot sparks when a punch connects.
And that's badass.
I love that.
If that happened in real life, man, I'd be hanging around for every bar fight. I'd instigate.
I want to see some fireworks.
I like how the girl Sentai is. Are they Sentais?
Yeah. Or you can call him
yellow
Five
one.
Man.
Has like a ribbon dancer weapon, and then she's like, and I'll pass it off to you. And the guy has this sweet badass sword. Like, go to hell with your ribbon dancer bullshit. I'm cutting him in half. Swirl.
That's teamwork, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, she should get a cooler weapon.
But I think it's still strong.
I think because that ribbon tensed up pretty quick. Like she got it around him, and then like it was firm. I mean, swords are badass. I think given the option though, I'd probably dick around with that ribbon for a little bit and see how it worked out for me.
Yeah, the weapons are laid down on the table, and you're going, that ribbon looks nice.
I'd see what my options are for robot gun first, and see if it's necessary for 5 people. You know, if it was a 5-man, you know.
See, this is how Hinkle started. He's full of shit. He sticks to it just like this.
But I would definitely try that ribbon. I'd give it a go.
Same. Especially if it's attached to a yo-yo. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where you lose me.
Oh, man. Yo-yos are cool. I did want to just say my preferred way to die is by Nicole's blade.
Okay.
And also, if that does happen, Nicole, if you do end up murdering me, I don't want charges pressed because that's that's acts of community service, and that's my love language.
I mean, if it's well known that that's how you want to go, too. I mean,
What's that death roller coaster called? You remember that, Chase?
The euthanasia one?
Yeah. That's a good one. The euthanasia
death
roller
roller coaster?
coaster. Yeah.
Yeah, the centripetal force is so great just because you go around loop after loop, it gets smaller and smaller, that it will kill you by the end of the ride.
Whoa.
no kidding.
But it sounds so fun.
It's not a real thing. It's just something somebody designed.
Oh.
Oh, man.
You got our hopes up.
I was going to say, like, let's just throw, like, some test dummies in there and see what happens, you know? See,
They would
read the little
die
schematics, their
internally.
charts.
The schematics.
Let's throw some test dummies.
The test dummies would just still be test dummies.
Yeah.
Well, no, but, like, looking at, like, the shock, like, the strain on their bodies, just kind of want to see those charts.
You're just waiting at the end of the ride with a pipe in your mouth like, they're ripped to shreds.
As expected.
Dead.
Interesting.
They're all dead.
Just check his pulse. He's gone.
We've lost him.
The entire family.
2 days away from retirement.
What were they retiring from? Being test dummies?
Testing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then the security would chase him away.
Chase David or the dummies?
Yes.
My favorite line from this is, he's pissing off my stomach.
I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like, remind me, they didn't really swear on the Power Rangers, did they? Because if they did, I completely forgot. But they definitely said bastard twice. They also had, like, damn monster thief and damn dine and dasher. Like, there were some good lines in here.
Yeah.
Oh, Dongaro's a bastard, and it's awesome. I love Dongaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked one of the later fights where it was like, try to fight what you cannot see. And you could just see the cockroach kind of running around anyway.
Yeah.
You could still see him.
It's like, no, I can see you. This just sucks.
I gotta be honest, he wasn't that fast.
To do that effect on a low budget, they're like, how are we going to show that he's really fast? And it's like, we're not going to show him, just have them fall over out of the blue and we'll put enough swing effect. It'll be fine.
It works.
The time where they did have him, like, cut in and out of frame really quick, like, his direction was flail your arms. Because there's no way you could possibly look any faster than if you're throwing your arms around wildly. Exactly. That was every take. Just throwing them around.
That was for only you guys. I was flailing my arms around.
It was spot on, too. Watch the episode. You'll see the exact movement.
And then my last note is, in the final battle, he tried eating their sword. So they're like, well, we have a dagger. We're just going to shank you in the gut and kill you.
Yes, I wrote that down, too. I was impressed. So,
Yeah, that was
giant
dirty.
robot comes out of the sky. They get on it. They're like, bitch, we got cannons on our arms. We're going to blast you. They did. And crustacean cockroach was all like, I'm going to eat this shit. But even though I have to eat to gain energy, I'm going to regurgitate it back out at you, negating my source of power just in a flex. He does that, and they're like, okay, motherfucker, we'll get the galactic sword. He tries to eat the sword. They shiv him in the stomach. Like, he keels over, too. Like, he's like, oh! Like, they just run a blade into his stomach, and then they're like, and fuck you, and then slice him up. It was great. Like, that was, like, on the level of petty that I can really get behind. Just being like, you're going to burp my lasers back at me? Fucking knife in the stomach. That was great.
Hell yeah.
Respectful battle tactics. They ambush them out of a giant onion.
Yeah.
When he just
Oh,
sticks
yeah.
his hand out of the green pepper and shoots him, that was so
Yeah.
It
good.
was wonderful.
Yeah. He comes busting out of that pepper. What does he say? He's like, I've been waiting for you. Pow, 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 pow.
It's like, oh, a huge green pepper. I want to eat that shit. And then his head pops out the top and he shoots him.
I was so surprised. I never saw that coming at all. Like, I had no idea what was happening. And I did laugh to myself when that happened. I was like, this is rich. I love this.
And then they called down a gun from the sky that's so big, all 5 of them have to hold it.
Yeah, the robot gun. It was amazing.
That was awesome.
And then he turned really big, so they turned really big with a big robot.
So how did he turn really big? The Michelin Man came out of nowhere and like shot lasers on the crustacean, and then he was massive. Like, how does that even work?
Science.
Yeah, this is something
Science.
I need to start putting in the like, hey, this is all the things you need to know. I just need to say, when a Michelin Man comes around, he is going to project like the biological image and attributes of the small monster onto him. And that's how they get big in this, because Super Sentai, there's a new series, like new cast of characters, new team, new bad guys, all of that every single year since I think the late 70s, like 78 is when it started. So
And they're still doing it?
yeah, it's at like 50 plus seasons maybe.
Whoa.
Damn.
Or about 50, I think. So each year they have to figure out, hey, how are we going to make them big? Sometimes it's a bomb that they throw on the ground and that makes them big. Sometimes they peel a sticker off from them that was keeping them small and contained in a freezer. Then they grow big. Sometimes in the parody season, they just ate some like spicy potato snacks and they grew big. It's just whatever they throw at the wall. They're like, that's how they get huge.
They're like, we've done this 58 times. Who cares anymore?
But guys, I'm super glad you guys enjoyed this. There was one thing we're going to do our last bit unless you guys have any questions or further notes.
I do have a question. At the end of the episode, they hit us with a to be continued. Does that mean more crustacean cockroach, or are they just saying, we're going to keep doing this show, don't worry?
Yes, it's the latter.
Okay. I was going to say, I kind of want to see how the crustacean cockroach saga unfolds further.
No,
'Cause I thought that motherfucker was dead.
Yeah, he's straight up dead.
Okay.
Yeah, he told him to taste the sword of justice, so, that's pretty final.
After he told him to taste the dagger of pettiness right in the gut.
Yeah, they laced that with DEET and then just stabbed it in.
I mean, stealing food, it's pretty dastardly.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's kinda-
he had
it's
a
kinda
petty
bad.
death coming. He had a petty death coming.
I guess I do have one more note. I loved the classroom scene where they thought they were safe and they somehow managed to like smuggle enough food together and all the kids were so jacked. They're like, yay, we get to eat. And the teacher's like, all right, everyone go. As soon as crustacean cockroach shows up in there, he's knocking kids out of their chairs. The whole room is just screaming like, ah, like everybody's losing their mind. And it cuts to a close-up of this one like defeated girl and she's just like, our lunch. It was great. I loved it.
What's better, this or Fern Gully?
Oh, man.
This.
Yeah.
This.
Ferngully sucked ass.
Look, Ferngully's got some highs, but I could see myself enjoying this while I watch it.
Ferngully's got some highs. What are the highs of Ferngully?
Tone Loc, sir.
Tone Loc. Chase.
All right, fine.
Come on.
And then the incredibly sexy, what's his name? The Goo Man? What's his?
Oh, Hexus.
Yeah, Hexus.
Hexus. Yeah,
Sexus.
Hexus. Hexus and Tone Loc Lizard. Those are the highs.
Nicole's having a blast. Nicole, listen to the jank-ass podcast.
When you said incredibly sexy, that is not,
They sexualized the hell out of Hexus.
that is not what I was picturing.
And so did we.
And
I
so
don't think
did
they
we.
wanted to. I think Tim Curry is just like, I'm doing it.
We went for it and they're like, we got to animate it. And 7-year-old David's like, what are these feelings?
He's like, I'm a manifestation of pollution. I mean, I'm supposed to be sexy, right?
Yeah, because pollution is sexy.
You're like, Tim Curry, you can't make everything sexy.
He's got a way. He's
Sucks
got
a
a way.
smoke pipe.
He does.
Ferngully, couple of parts is like, okay, this is the part that doesn't suck, but the rest of it is just a slog. It's so hard to get through. It's bad. I could watch more of this.
Hell yeah.
This was fun front to back. Just fun. Cranked up to 10.
And only 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bite-sized too. That's even better.
Less if you take out the intro and outro.
That's true. That's true. The whole video was 19. I was blown away. And the intro was like 9 minutes long, and it's great. I love it.
All right, so we have one last bit. They really don't touch on it much in this episode, but these 5 siblings are also teachers. They're famous teachers throughout the entire land. So they use what subject they teach, like music. I think that's why she has the ribbon. Or Gaku teaches, I think, science. That's, of course, why he has a sword. Oh, wait, he has a dumbbell and he teaches PE. I thought it was like a shake weight thing. I'm learning things as you guys are as well. So if you could be a 5-man, what subject would you teach and how would you use that to take down the Zone Imperial Army?
Let's see. Civics, and I would bore them to death.
Hell yeah.
Shop class chainsaw.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, okay. Sex ed, gross pictures.
No, you did already.
I'd be the art teacher, and I'd show them some art that would like really make them think, have them good and distracted, and then have other 5-men attack.
Hell yeah.
Chainsaw Chase comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wheel out the
Don't be
chainsaw.
late to shop.
You could also splash leaded paint in their eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every time I
just-
come out, I say, I've been waiting for this.
And I'd just be sitting in my lovely chair with a little glass of wine and a 40-watt light while I read my book. They'd leave me be. They'd be terrified by Chase. They wouldn't even notice me.
And that's the best thing you can hope for.
Yeah, there'd be 5 of us, but we'd be known as one man.
If you're looking for something of this ilk with like bloody chainsaw stuff, check out Tokyo Gore Police because it's a Japanese movie, a tokusatsu genre where it's just splatter gore nonstop. It's awesome.
I think
I've
we've
heard good
seen that one,
things.
haven't we? I think so.
I've either
don't
seen it or
remember
heard of
watching
it.
it.
And when I say seen it, it's like a lot of things where people try to introduce it to me. Usually there's a lot of drinks in me already. And they're like, oh, you would love this. And then I never remember any of it. But it sounds familiar.
This is on record, so you could always go back and be like, that's the movie. I'm going to check that out on Tubi TV for free.
I mean, that's up my alley. That's a good price.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. This was a treat. You guys you're on our like dream guest list. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. This was fun. I enjoyed myself. This was exactly what I needed after a nonstop hectic day. This definitely was able to get me to relax, and I was happy to do it and would absolutely do it again.
Hell yeah.
James and Nicole, you were lovely. This was a good time.
Yeah.
And as I said with Mike Parker, since I was, like 12 or 13, you guys have been making me laugh. And I'm so glad you kept going with stuff from, especially, like Mega Man dies at the end. I fucking love that. And then finding the jank and just being able to. Also, you guys are some of the nicest people when it comes to just checking out rando people's content and art. You're very generous with your time and very uplifting. And thank you guys.
Yeah, of course. You're
Oh,
welcome.
thank you.
Yeah, it's very, very nice of you to say. I like to think that 2 of the 3 of us are not scoundrels. So, that hearing you say that, it reaffirms that. So that makes me feel good.
Oh, David, you're not a scoundrel. You're a bastard.
So what you guys got to plug?
Just the Twitch, really, I think.
Yeah, I
Versus on Twitch.
I don't really have my hands in much of anything else right now. I barely have them in the Twitch. But I'm hopeful that in the coming weeks here, I was fortunate enough to get a new position within my company in a different division. So I feel like my schedule is going to open up and things are going to slow down quite a bit for a while.
Hell yeah.
So that should make it a lot easier for me to be a lot more present when Chase and Stacey are streaming and even doing streams of my own.
Yeah, me and Stacey are on most days, really, on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/the_jank_VS, the Jank Versus.
We stream a lot. It's a good time.
It
And
is.
if you want to get a taste of what we do, definitely check out some of the highlights. We got some great ones in there. If you just want to see how stupid our humor can get, there's the great self-suck. There's the self-blumpkin. Look those up. If you can hang with those, you can definitely hang with us.
And you'll be pretty confused about what James said about how nice we are because I spend most of the time fighting with the chat.
But that's because the chat wants that.
Exactly.
You know, they're a bunch of assholes.
Which I don't chat a lot because I'm like, I'm a little sweetie, guys. I don't know how to get in on this.
And one day we're gonna throw a convention or something where we get all the jank people in one place and line them up so I could just kick their asses one by one.
The dream.
The dream.
And I'll be in the corner with my book and my chair and my 40-watt lamp, sipping on my little glass of wine. Just, you get them, Chase.
Chainsaw Chase coming out from behind the curtain.
You guys will know who I am because I will be the only person in Champ cosplay.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Get you the VIP lanyard for that one.
Hell yeah. Yes, Nicole. Nicole, who will you be dressed up as?
Chomp.
Okay, the other dog movie that Nicole thought we were talking about. The one that I got high and tried to watch, but I got scared because it was letterboxed, and I was like, it's like a wormhole, guys. I can't do this.
That would be pretty sweet having Champ and Chomp at our convention.
Yeah, there'll be one deep cut guy who does the Tree Master.
Oh, the Tree Master, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Nicole, what you got to plug?
Oh, I'm going first?
Yeah.
Okay.
You always go first.
No.
Yeah, because then I have to do the Patreon stuff, and then I say, see you guys later.
Are
Bye-bye.
you sure?
Yes,
Oh, fuck.
I've edited almost 200 episodes of this show.
Oh, okay. Follow me at Darling Homebody on social medias. Go to darlinghomebody.com to look at and possibly buy things that I make. And then patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet.
Chia! Hey guys, check out my music under Marshland Monster. That's 3 words. Wherever music is found, or go to mlmpod.com/Marshland Monster to check it out. You can download a lot of that for free. I've been hearing from my peers finally that I am good at doing what I do, and it's been very nice. Did I get a rejection letter from a podcast network who said, you're good but not a perfect fit? Oh man. So a juggling of emotions lately. And while you're over on mlmpod.com, check out the other podcasts. Even though we haven't done an episode of this in a long time, check out This Movie's Gay. It's very good. It's Corwin and I. We're discussing queer cinema. It's fun. Check it out. Also, Hit It and Crit It, the D&D podcast. It's coming back. Ooh, baby. April 6th. We're back in action. And then I don't do it. Sweet Child of Time, the Wheel of Time podcast that I do with Steve Barnes. It's good. Check it out. That's a few episodes in, but what the real fun is at patreon.com/MLMpod, where every single Friday you get an exclusive podcast. This month we have been doing all the 3 Ninja movies. It's almost over, guys. And the last one we did the watch along for, and it was so fucking fun. High Noon at Mega Mountain. It's a great movie. Nicole, thoughts?
It's high.
All right, guys. Check that out, patreon.com/MLMpod, $5 a month, and you get all of that good stuff every single week. But if you're a $10 patron, you get exclusive streams, watch-alongs. Nicole alluded to our watch-along of High Noon at Mega Mountain. We might have been a little inebriated. Check that out. You also get shout-outs on every single free feed podcast, so I'm going to get with that, and then we're going to get out of here. So, Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, he's a rapper as well. He raps under Defo, D-F-O, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Tyler Wright, he's our friend and an amazing father. Give him love, children. Elliot W. at Garlic Sunshine on Instagram for their amazing artwork. Jordan B. the Chaos Witch. Oh, yeah. And finally, the aforementioned Steve Barnes at Intro Void on Spotify and Substack. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
I'm
everybody.
Chase.
I'm Stacey.
I've been David.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.